You're watching the 38th season of Football Friday. Live from WTOK, it's Football Friday with Patrick Talbot and Eve Hernandez. Football Friday begins now.
Welcome back, everyone. It is week 5 of Football Friday, and we had crews at 9 games tonight. And just want to remind you, if you see any of those Football Friday shirts on the sideline at your home games, make sure to give those workers a wave and thank them for their hard work as we do.
That's right, Patrick. We could not do this without our incredible crew, and luckily they had some pretty great football weather tonight. We have so many games to get to, so let's get right into our game of the week. This week, Kemper County traveling to Northeast Lauderdale in a beautiful night tonight. As I mentioned, Northeast on their second play from scrimmage, quarterback Jace Jemison flipped it to Arion Johnson. He can't hold on. That's Wildcats' Devin Rush coming away with it. That'll set up an easy first score for Kemper County. And after a missed extra point, they lead 6-7. Trojans looking for a response here. Jemison flees the pocket, looking downfield, delivers that ball to Tristan Young. He's able to beat the defender to the end zone. That'll get the Trojans on the board. A few series later now, after a turnover on downs, Backstrom with time to throw finds Shamarius Coleman. That will set up the Wildcats at the 13-yard line. Handoff to Demarius Yates. He fights for all 13 yards. The extra point would be missed once again, but Wildcats lead 12-7 at the end of the first quarter. And the Wildcats do go on to get the win, 38-21.
Meanwhile, the West Lauderdale Knights would welcome the Philadelphia Tornadoes to the Red Kingdom for the Knights homecoming. Both teams would trade touchdowns early on, but the Knights capitalized with the Caleb Collins touchdown run. However, Tornadoes would not go down without a fight tonight. Second quarter, Bernard Parker flushed out of the pocket, and he connects with a wide-open D. Burnside for an easy 6-point. 2-point conversion would fail, though. Knights would kick a field goal as time expires to take a 17-12 lead at halftime and would take the win to cap off homecoming week 40-26.
And now we're going to turn it over to Southeast Lauderdale versus Clarkdale. This first half, it was all Clarkdale. Quarterback Luke Williams hands the ball off to Ladonia Adams to bring the Bulldogs up 14-0. And to continue their run, the Bulldogs gonna hand the ball off here to Isaiah Brown for another score. The extra point was successful. Clarkdale is now gonna lead 21-0, but the Tigers defense not gonna go away empty-handed. Luke Williams is intercepted here by Southeast Caleb Fowler. He brings it all the way back for Southeast, first score of the day. Final from Clarkdale, 35-6 Bulldogs.
Meanwhile, our next stop is at Russell Christian as the Warriors would host Jacksonville Academy. We're going to go ahead and pick this one up in the second quarter. Warriors already down 7. Travis Barnahill would add 6 to it with his run right up the middle. PAT no good. So the lead is 13-0. Nearing halftime, and finally a break for RCA as Aiden Knoll with the QB keeper up the middle. He breaks to the sideline, takes off, finally brought down inside the 10-yard line. RCA would cash in a few plays later. Ty Jones takes the pitch, breaks the tackle, and finds the end zone. Failed 2-point conversion, and the Warriors would trail 13-6. Warriors fall at home tonight by a score of 37-6.
And now we're going to head to Neshoba Central as they face Canton. Middle of the first quarter here, Neshoba's quarterback Will Williams gets the ball to Mekai Gaddis, who turns the corner, finds the end zone for the first touchdown of the night. The Rockets are up 7-0 now. A few series later here, Neshoba's ball again. Williams, he puts that ball right on the money. Alandric Hawthorne makes the catch and is in for another touchdown. The Rockets get a much-needed win for tonight's homecoming. They win 28-13. So, Patrick, the theme for this week is homecoming season. I believe we had 6 of our 9 games celebrating homecoming this week, including our teams in West Alabama.
Yeah, that's right. Very true. We were out at Patrician Academy in Butler, Alabama for their tailgate game. The Saints hosting the Volunteers of Monroe Academy in homecoming. Jonathan Lindsay and his Patrician Academy Saints back in action off the bye week last week. In the first, Matthew Mize, he takes the handoff, running out to the right, on the outside, makes the DB miss, and he's in easily for the 36-yard touchdown. Saints up 7-0 after that. Second quarter now, Saints with the ball, and it's Carson Cootie's turn. He takes the toss, and he is gone. 63 yards to the house. Touchdown Saints. Saints lead at 28-7 after the PAT. Later in the second quarter, quarterback Reed finds his tight end Jay Lindsey over the middle of the field, and just watch Lindsey go to work, refusing to go down. 39-yard touchdown for the Alabama commit. He wasn't done there, though. Patrician Academy trying to score one more time before the first half. Reed with another pass to Lindsey. Running to the sideline, dives for the pylon. After some discussions from the official, it looked pretty obvious to me, but after some discussion, it was ruled an 18-yard touchdown for the Saints. This one was all Patrician tonight. Final score, Patrician Academy Saints 42, Monroe Academy Volunteers 7. Nice win for Coach Lindsey and his squad.
And we're going to stay in West Alabama, homecoming number 5 game of the night. We're at the home of Sumter Central Jaguars, and they have quarterback Kai Young for HCA handing the ball off to Cooper Dempsey, who breaks through several tackles before being taken down. Then the very next play, the ball is lost on the snap and recovered by the Jaguars defense. Now with the ball in the hands of Jyrone Lewis, who finds his receiver to Darian Crenshaw, gaining a Jaguars first down. After a few drives down the field, Lewis again looking for someone open. Once again finds Crenshaw, who catches the pass and runs in a touchdown, leading them 6-0. The Jags would fall in this one. ACA wins 44-18.
Meanwhile, the Union Yellow Jackets entered tonight's game against the Lake Hornets undefeated. Union looking to stay perfect on the season. However, this game was very defensive early on, and Lake and Union both causing the punt on their opening drives. Things starting to open up on the offensive side as Lake's running back, Ian Spivey, took this one to the house to make it a 6-0 game. Union looking to respond, though, with points of their own. This time it's the quarterback, Yadarian Hickman. He's finding the end zone himself. He runs out to the left a little and finds the end zone. Union up 76 after the touchdown. Final score here was 27-22. Union stays undefeated.
And the last one that we got here, Newton is hosting Enterprise for their homecoming game. And Enterprise started off strong with a 21-0 lead as Tanner Sanders rushed into the end zone for another score. Enterprise had a strong hold on this game as they lead 28-0 now. But Newton was not going to stay quiet, though, as they continue to march down the field regardless of how many penalties they managed to find the end zone, as quarterback Demarius Harkless, he's going to go deep right here to Datron Brown to put them on the board. Final score here, Bulldogs spoil homecoming and win 48-35.
So you just kind of tell me what you kind of saw from your game of the week tonight.
It was a great game. Kemper Academy. This was a fun one with these two teams. They both have new head coaches going into their first year, so it was great. It was a really fun atmosphere. Kemper County got the win big. I think that turnover early definitely sent the momentum for Kemper County. But what about you? Sure. How was your game?
You know, Patrician Academy was just clicking on all cylinders tonight. You know, they score on their first touchdown. You didn't see it in the highlights, but then they just turned around and kicked an onside kick, got the football right back, and they were up 14-0 before the game even started. But still to come on Football Friday, we'll preview this weekend's college football lineup.
And we will hand out our helmet stickers right after the break.